y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Ayani, or you can call me Sin. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey. And if you're a returner viewer and you have not subscribed, girl, what is you waiting for? We over here doing wig customizations, and I'm showing you guys how to make wigs. So today Dsoar has sponsored this video, and I'm just going to show you guys how I make my wigs on my sewing machine. If you want to see a detailed tutorial on how I do this, I have one. Yes, I do. And I will link it in the iCards and at the end of this video, as well as the description box, so you cannot miss it. All right, so they sent me 4 bundles and a frontal, and I use, I think, 3 bundles for this entire wig. I did double my tracks for 2 of the bundles, and then I single tracked the last bundle, and I just made my wig. So this is natural wave texture. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but if you're a person that likes to straighten their wavy hair or curly hair, which I don't suggest, but I understand that everybody can't have a texture for a season. So if you do want to get a texture that you can straighten and still wear wavy, that's still going to give you that sleek look, that's not going to give you that bulk, but still give you that wavy look, then I would definitely go with this texture, which is natural wave. Okay, because anything wavier than this, like I would say water wave will be the next wavier state. It will give you some bulk when you're trying to silk it out, like press it out, and it's not going to give you that like silky texture. But this will, because it's not as thick as water wave. All right, so you can just, this is a very versatile type of hair. I think the next time I do water wave, I'll straighten it for you guys so you guys can see, because I do get a lot of questions like, can I straighten this hair? And a lot of people be wanting to straight like kinky curly hair, and I'm like, girl, yeah, you can straighten it, but it's not going to give you no sleek look. It's going to give you like puffy centro, and that's not what you want. That's, I mean, well, that's not what I want. You might want that, but I don't want that. So this is what the wig is looking like. Very neat, very well put together, and I'm just going to continue to sew until I get all the way to the top. Now I'm gonna do a lot of videos like this, just letting you guys see me make the wigs, because a lot of you guys are very interested in seeing me do it. Now I have, like I said, I have a detailed tutorial on how I already do this. All right, so that's why I'm not going into detail on these videos. I just want you to see it, because a lot of people are visual learners and they like to see it over and over again. So different tutorials, I'm going to include me making the wigs. Okay, so you could definitely expect that when it comes to my tutorials, when it comes to these wigs. Alright, so again, I will leave the link to how to make a sewing machine wig tutorial down in the description bar and right here in the iCard. Alright, so this is what the wig looks like without the frontal on it. So I like to make my wigs where I can interchange the frontals out of them when they get old, okay? Because you wear your wigs, wigs shed because you bleach the knots, you pluck it too much, and sometimes your bundles are still good and you want to just interchange that frontal. girl, this is how you do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add the frontal on here. That's the reason why I love this construction style of wigs, because like you're getting your money's worth. So every wig that you see me make on here is going to be able to have a interchangeable closure or lace or frontal. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a needle and thread and I'm just going to sew the frontal on. I do this step because I like to kind of like do stitches on the frontal to the wig or to the bundle, so I can put it through my sewing machine, because if I put it through my sewing machine, I might not have the placement correct. So this is one way that I could get the placement always correct. And I like to sew my wigs together while the frontal is not on, because it just helps me, or lets me maneuver through the sewing machine easier and faster, because it only takes me like 15 minutes to make these wigs at this point. And I like to work smarter, not harder, so I like to sew the frontal on after. And after you sew the frontal on, this is what she looks like. I already put it through the sewing machine. You can see the sewing machine on my vanity table back there. And this is the excessive piece of dome cap. I'm going to cut her off. And then we're going to go ahead and bleach the knots. So in one of my videos, somebody asked me, how come I don't use BW2? And I'm going to give you the answer on this video. I don't like BW2 because, number one, it's high in ammonia. So it stinks. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. And it smells up your room. It leaves your hair gritty. The texture of the bleach is very gritty. It's not smooth. And then on top of that, we're bleaching the hair. And so when you have a product high in ammonia and it's gritty like that, I just feel like it destroys your hair even more. And I'm trying to, like, you know, not destroy it that much because I'm already bleaching it. So I just do not rock with BW2. I don't like the texture of it. I don't like the fact that it smells high concentrated ammonia. And I like to use Quick Blue, because Quick Blue is a very smooth, it's not a strong smell, it has a blue tint to it, so it helps tone the product that you're bleaching. Okay, and I just prefer Quick Blue. And if I wanted to be fancy smancy, I would go to Blonde Me and get the 9-level lift and use that, because that is so bomb. But that's for a different story. But anyway, so I like to leave my bleach on my knots for about 25 minutes, and then I'll rinse it off with cool water, and then I'll go in with purple shampoo. The purple shampoo I like to use is no vanilla, no yellow. And yeah, I'm also going to say that, you know, each product bleaches differently. Okay, so I say I'll leave my bleach on my knots for 25 minutes. Does not mean that you need to leave your bleach on your knots for 25 minutes, because different things take into effect of how things process for you than for me. So for example, the temperature of my room can make, you know, my knots process faster or process slower. The product that I'm using, we might not be using the same product. Even if we use the same product, it might be different batches, so it might be different. It might process faster, it might process slower. I'm going to tell you to watch your knots, watch anything that you're bleaching, because Don't let somebody tell you, oh, you need to leave your bleach on for 45 minutes and you got it's your room is hot, like, and then your bundles end up processing faster, and then you ended up ruining your bundles because you left the bleach on too long. You watch your bundles, watch your knots, okay? So this frontal did come pre-plugged, but you see I'm going in to plug it more because as you saw there was a line of demarcation in the wig in the front of the hairline. So I just wanted to make it blend more or seamlessly so it'll look more natural when I put it on. So now that the hairline is plucked, I'm going to go ahead and wet the hairline and give me a middle part. I'm doing this because this is natural wave hair, and so I'm going to wear it in its natural state. I'm also going to mold the hairline. And now I'm not going to give myself baby hairs on here. The hair was sitting out for a while, so it got a little dry, so I'm just wetting the hairline again. And I'm just going to mold the hair. So I'm going to take some of my extreme wet line. This is a gel that I use on my natural hair, and I'm going to put a little bit on the hairline. I'm not going to put this on the actual hair, just only on the hairline, and I'm going to just slick the front of the hairline down. And I'm not going to wrap it with anything. I'm just going to let it air dry. And after air dry, I'm going to just go ahead and put it on. By this time, I was playing in my hair, so it looks a little frizzy, but nevertheless, I still rocked her and wore her. This is how my hairline looks. This is the texture of the hair. I so love it. It just gives me natural beach vibes. And I'm sorry I didn't do a makeup tutorial on this eyeshadow. It's just a single eyeshadow look, y'all. Like, it's just one eyeshadow blended out. I'm very simplistic when it comes to eyeshadow. But let me know, would you rock natural wave? Like, I find that this is one of my favorite textures ever to wear. And I did that thing with the hairline. I'm loving this hairline. And the lace on this was so bomb. But yes, if you have any questions or concerns, leave them down in the comment section and I'll be back with another one. Bye, best friends.